What's up, everybody? Thank you for choosing the video. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to another kind of random bushcrafty video. Let's get into it. So if you enjoy sort of outdoorsy hobbies, you know, hiking, bushcraft, stuff like that, or even just enjoy watching outdoorsy content, you've probably seen one of these before, which is basically a paracord bracelet with a clip. Well, maybe you're asking yourself, how do I make that? How is that made? Well, that's what we're doing today. We're going to turn this into that. So the reason that I'm going to be making one of these today is not so much for a bracelet, because I mean, I don't wear bracelets or a watch or anything, but more so just for paracord storage. So you can actually have a bunch of paracord that you can kind of stash in your bag or clip on your bag, and then if you need extra paracord, you have some, right? You can use it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you how to create this, and you can turn it into a bracelet if you'd like by tying the ends together, which you'll see at when I'm done the bracelet. So, all right. First thing I'm going to do is get about an arm's length or so. I'm going to test that actually, because we want to see how long. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll get an arm's length, and we're going to cut that. Then we're going to get another arm's length and try to make sure they're the same size. There we go. And we're going to cut that. So now we have 2 lengths of paracord. Now, it may look complicated the way that it's put together, but I promise you it's not. I learned when I was a kid, so it's really not that complicated to put together. So here we go. Now, keep in mind, I haven't done this in a very long time. I learned when I was a kid, and I've made maybe one since, but we're gonna get into it. Another cool thing about this is I'm gonna be making basically kind of a mini one, maybe the size of a bracelet, but if you just keep going, you can have one as long as you want, really. And again, it's just kind of spare paracord if you need that little bit more, or you know. So what we're gonna do first off is make sure the bottoms, you're basically in the middle of the paracord. You want it to be the same length on each side for both pieces. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave a little loop like that. We're gonna bring, again, try and be the same size. The reason why you want to be is because you'll end up at the end of it, one side will be gone and the other side will be kind of hanging out. So you want them to be the same size. We're gonna start off by just tying an overhand knot to kind of start I'm just gonna call it a bracelet, even though I'm not making one. So basically, that's what you want to look like to start. Little loop, nothing too crazy. In fact, we'll make the loop a little bit bigger, just like that. And then it gets real simple. Like I said, it might look complicated, but it's actually really simple. Now the cool setup here is if you, wow, sun went behind a cloud. If you look here, I'm going to try and get it on camera here. Yeah, right there they use a strap. They used like a piece of fabric to wrap around, and that's why I kind of like this way, because you get paracord, you get more paracord is kind of the point. Now this one's thinner and they've gone double, and they've put a lot of paracord on this, which is impressive, I'm not gonna lie. But we can have paracord as the sort of grabbing fabric, and then we can have paracord that we wrap around it, right? So let me try and get this the easiest way I can. Maybe I'll try and do it this way, yeah. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna make a loop around, just like that. And then we're gonna take this piece right here that I'm holding, we're gonna wrap it underneath that, and then we're coming back through this hole, just like that. And then you'll see, you start to create the pattern, and then see how the loops on this side we're gonna put the loop on this side now. So we go like this, or wait, I think we go opposite. Wrap it around, whoops. Go down through this hole. Yeah. And then you'll start to see it take shape. So you're always going on the side that the loop is on. Back through the hole. Boom. Just like that. So like I said, first off, I'm sure there might be other, oh, the sun might be ruining the shot. There we go, that's better. So what I was gonna say is, there might be other ways to do it. I'm sure there probably is, right? Like I said, they kind of doubled it up on that one, which is really cool. But this is the way that I was taught. And actually, it really does work to, again, either make a bracelet or just have extra paracord kicking in your bag in case you need it for, I mean, really anything. It's a decent size amount of paracord. If you just need that little bit more for something, or, you know, tie something up or something like that, this can really come a long way, and even emergency situations as well. So it's funny, it's like I said, I haven't done this in a very long time and I'm noticing that we're definitely losing the length on the one you're wrapping around. So what you want to do is maybe go a bit longer, maybe, you know, just a wee bit longer on the one that you want to wrap around, and that way you don't run out of paracord like I am right now. Okay, so we've run out of the side cord. So what I'm gonna do is put on another piece, and I'm gonna wrap it around. I did an overhand knot, just a quick easy. I'm gonna put these to the side, hopefully you can see me, and I'm gonna wrap this around and do the same thing, just an overhand knot. Make sure we're centered. A little more, there we go. And quick little overhand knot, and hopefully we can finish off the rest of this one. So see if this will work. Hopefully it does. Yeah, nice. So now we're just going to wrap around the 4 until we completely cover them, and that'll hopefully hold the knot together, and we just keep going. Okay, so we've gone down to the end. I actually had to use 3 kind of arm-length pieces of paracord, so I would suggest maybe going 1 length on the center and then go double on the piece of that you're wrapping. But I just put 3 pieces on, which is plenty of paracord, to be honest. It has to be at least 3 feet-ish of paracord. So now that we get to the end, I'm just gonna do a quick, I guess, double overhand knot to kind of secure it, and then we got a little bit of fray because I forgot to burn the ends of that paracord. I'm gonna cut the ends off, and then let's get into how you would make it a bracelet. All right, well, we got a train creeping on by, so I apologize for the noise if it comes through the video. Wouldn't be a Dano video without some city noise, right? So I cut the ends, I burned them off a little bit. Now we have a little, I guess, tail, and we have our loop. Oh, this train's killing me. If it's not trains, it's construction. So you got your tail, you got your loop. Pretty plain and simple, really. Put your tail through the loop, and we're just gonna tie a knot. Now, like I said in the beginning, I'm sure there are other ways to do this that are probably better and cleaner, and even like as far as getting a bracelet going. Me personally, I would use it basically for paracord storage. So get this knot going. We might not have left enough. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's see here. Get a knot going. I'm not gonna lie, this probably wouldn't hold together too well as far as a bracelet, this knot. And I definitely didn't leave enough of the tail. But as far as paracord storage, I mean, putting this in your bag compared to, my paracord's all over the place right now, compared to a big old whack of paracord. This is a nice little, you know, emergency stash of paracord, in my opinion. Not too pretty looking, but it is a good emergency stash. You can just clip it to your bag. Well, all right, everybody. I'm not gonna lie, I've been battling construction and train sounds this whole video, so I'm gonna call it. But I definitely should have left the tail a little bit longer in order to make a bracelet. But I was more so looking for just kind of a little bit of paracord storage. You can clip to your bag, or you can just throw it in a pocket, which is what I'm gonna do. Now I have it. In fact, I actually have two with this guy as well. I don't know who would use that as a bracelet. That is a giant. I feel like this is, again, more so just paracord storage. But I'm gonna get on out of here before the train comes back or the construction kicks up. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Again, keep in mind, it took me years, or I haven't done this in years, so it is a little rough looking, but I'm sure there's better ways of tying them off and whatnot. But I'm not putting this under any strain or anything like that. It's more so just gonna sit in the pocket, right? But anyways, I'd like to thank you for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers, everybody who watches. It really does help out. If you enjoy it, please hit the like button. It'll kind of spread the video around and my channel around. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, pretty please hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.